Good evening, guys. Thank you for attending my presentation over becoming a champion and strategies for success. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Jesus Mendoza. I'm 25 years old. I work at New Summerfield High School. I have a 5-year-old daughter, which she's my life. Like I said, everything I do is for her future, and so she can have a better future. I would like to introduce my audience first. We got Chris Arredondo, David Mendoza, Diego Juarez, Joel Torres, and Raimundo Sanchez. Thank y'all for being here, guys. First of all, I would like to start by asking y'all, do any of y'all, or could any of y'all tell me what being a champion is all about?
Being a champion is a person who defeats or surpasses all rival in competition, especially in sports.
Thank you for your answer. A person who has the will, a champion is a person who has the will to win, but not only that, but also has the will to work out every day and just understanding that in order for them to have their dreams come true, they have to work hard. How do champions succeed? A lot of times people ask themselves this questions. How do you see a school? Sometimes we see schools that are good at a sport every single time. I mean, like every single year. They're good year over year and year. And they just keep being good. And a lot of times we ask ourselves, what makes that school so good at that sport? A lot of times, like I said, we got five main key points right here, which is setting goals. When I talk about setting goals, which is our first point, I don't mean just set long-term goals, but set short-term goals, which is you can start off by making your bed in the morning, going to school on time, going in with a positive attitude to class, trying to learn something new. Don't think about the end of the day, what you're going to do after school. Think about what's the next step you want to take right then. Like I said, do your bed. That's a good. You can start off by doing that, waking up and doing your bed. The next thing, our second point, is stay focused. Staying focused is one of the most difficult parts, I would say, to succeeding and being a champion. It's because a lot of times things can happen that can throw you off track, and you're trying to you have a goal set in mind, and you want to do that, but then it's like I said, something can happen. You can lose a loved one, you can lose a job or something. I mean, there's always things happening that we try to give up when something happens because we think we're not going to be able to overcome that. But that's one of the main things. Try to stay focused no matter what. Our third point is to not give up. Like I was saying right now, sometimes we give up when something happens. We lose our focus and want to give up. Never give up, guys. That's one of the main. It's hard. I know it's hard to not give up because I've been through some things too in my personal life. Like I said, that I thought I was going to give up, but then it's just life goes on, and you have to just find a way, go around the problems to keep on going and trying to stay focused on that and not giving up. Always be ready for a challenge. You always have challenges, different kinds of challenges. Like I said, you may not be used to working with a lot of people at times, but when you get a new job, if that's your job, you have to get used to it. If you're not used to speaking up front, sometimes you have to get used to that. There's a lot of times where you just have to be ready for a challenge, because that's what makes you better. And commit to discipline is our fifth key point. Committing to discipline. A lot of times, like I was talking to you about how other schools are so good at stuff. It's not that they're just good. It's not that they just have talented kids. It's a lot of times It's about being disciplined. Because discipline can make a big difference. We can go by, sometimes, a lot of times, we go to a game and you'll see one team in a straight line, lined up, ready for the game, and they stretching out. They're doing their stretches. They're doing everything right. Then you look to the other side and you see the other team just playing around. And by the end of the game, you can. Most of the time, the team that's gonna win is the one that was in a straight line or who was doing little things right. If you pay attention to those little things, just pay attention to those things, and you'll realize that. Is it easy being to become a champion? No, it's not easy. Like I said, it takes hard work, determination, practice, exercise, discipline, and not giving up. It's always good to be disciplined, like I was saying, because it's one of the main things that's going to keep y'all from missing practices and not doing right, going off after school, going somewhere with your friends instead of focusing on your work and on what's right. Making dreams a reality. In order for you to make your dreams a reality, you have to take a step at a time. One step at a time. You can always do that. Like I said before, make your bed in the morning, then make sure you get to school on time. And just small things like that. Make a plan. Always make a plan. Have a plan in mind. If something, like I say, what I say most of the time is there's always need to be a plan B just in case plan A doesn't work. Have a plan A. A lot of times, and this is going to lead us to our third point, adjust when needed. A lot of times things don't go the way we want them to go. So we have to adjust, we have to do different things. So that's why if you have a plan B just in case something goes wrong, that's always good. Do not fear failure. A lot of people fear failure and they don't want to risk things. They just want to stay safe. They rather not go and compete against, let's say, this for an example. A lot of schools don't want to play against bigger schools because they think they're going to beat them just because they're bigger schools. Sometimes you never know. You might be able to play a big school and beat them. You need to always take chances. Always try to be good. Never be afraid of failing. It's always good to just try new things. Work hard daily. You need to work hard every single day. Every practice, like I said, we start by going into the locker room, getting dressed on time, going out there, doing our stretches right. Just do the little things right, because that's what true champions do. They start by doing the little things right. The TPSR model. If y'all don't know what the TPSR model, I'll tell y'all, the TPSR, it means it's teaching physical and social responsibility. We have different levels on this. First one is respect. People with level 1 on that is people that respect the other persons on the team. Like us having athletes that are not, just because you know they're not as good as you are. We have our good athletes, then we have our average athletes, and we have the ones that are not so good but they're trying to be good athletes. Just having respect for others, not just saying, oh, you're not good so you don't need to practice with us. No, you have to respect anybody. It don't matter how good they are, how hard they try. You do your part. Those are the level one athletes, the ones that respect other athletes. Now we have a level 2, the ones that participate. They participate whenever the coaches give you a workout. They volunteer to do something. They're like, I'll do it, or they do this and that, but they just don't stay back. They even try new activities even though they're not comfortable with them. They try new activities just because they're trying to get better. Those are your level 2. Now level 3, self-direction. They set goals for their own fitness. They try to get better by themselves. They may not come up to the coach and tell them this and that, but they may not try to lead others to do the right thing or something like that, but they will work towards working on themselves first. They'll work on that. Level 4, that's one of the most tough ones right here. Helping others and being a leader. That's level 4. A lot of times, I feel like we don't have a lot of level 4 kids right now. Like I said, I would like for us to have more level 4, because those are the ones that care, and those are the ones that go out. They help people that need help. A lot of times when you try to set groups in practice, I've been through this a lot. A lot of the athletes, just because they're good, they try to get someone that's good at the same level as they are. A lot of times, people need to, or you as athletes, it's good for you to get with somebody that still needs practice. You need to be a leader and show them the right way of doing things. We got level 5. Level 5 athletes are the ones that take this and try to act good outside of the team. They try to act good by doing little things, like I said, dress good. They start like that. Being on time anywhere they go. They try to solve problems. If they see somebody else having a problem with someone else, they try to help them out so we can just everybody get along. That's the level 5 athletes. Those are the 5. We got the 6, level 6, which is work and focus. Those are the athletes that can do most of all those things up there. They can be leaders. They got respect for themselves. They work hard outside of school, not only at school where the coach is, but outside, and they try to lead by example. And if you notice that, most of the times, those are the team captains and those are the best players out there. Because when you do something to help somebody else, I think it pays off most of the time. And TPSR, it's all about using this TPSR set that we have up here. It's most about using physical education as a means to teach a code or discipline to students. So just keep that in mind, guys. It's always doing the little things right. Hard work pays off, and discipline is the key. Set small goals, like I said before. Set small goals so you can do a goal at a time, step at a time. Do that, and you'll be successful in life. Never give up on yourself. Always, even though you think you can't do something, always try. Never give up. Don't think I can't do it. Don't just say I can do it without even trying it. Always try it before you give up. Always be positive and stay motivated. That's one of the main things. You need to stay motivated. Because a lot of times people are going to try to pull you down, saying you're not good, you're not going to be able to do this. But if you stay positive and stay motivated yourself, then nobody can take that away from you. Always think to yourself, yes, I can do this. Or a lot of times I know people actually work better when people tell them, no, you can't do this. And that gives them something to prove people wrong. So we need to try to stay positive, work hard, never give up, and like I said, set small goals, set long-term goals, and just stay motivated. That's the main thing. Thank y'all for attending my presentation. Those are some key points that I wanted to share with y'all on how to be successful and how to become a champion. Thank y'all very much.